Hello, Mr. Legendary 323. How you doing today? Tonight?
Pretty good. How about yourself, Mr. Branbert?
I am doing fine on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon.
It's actually Tuesday night.
Tuesday
going
night.
on.
Well, I did say afternoon for one reason. And even though it's nighttime, the reason I said afternoon is because it feels like afternoon because we usually record these very, very, very late, aka very early morning.
That is true.
So it's a little bit earlier this time. This time around.
Welcome to our fourth podcast, viewers, listeners.
Yes, number 4, going strong.
Yes, indeed. Bringing high quality content.
As we would like to think.
Yeah.
At least we would hope we're bringing high quality, but
yeah.
It doesn't matter. I mean, we discuss as many times. We have our 3 listeners, so if they're content with what we're bringing, that's fine enough. That's good enough. I mean,
yeah.
So anything new on your side of the coin?
My side of the coin. Nothing really. Up. Got 2 games off of Steam that I recently picked up that was on sale.
Which is what?
Kingdom of Alamar, I believe it's called. And Rampage or City Rampage. I forgot what the game's called. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, I think I know the second one. Are those games you were familiar with before? You bought them or you just saw them and they look good?
The Kingdom of Alamar, I've been wanting that for a long time.
Oh, really? I never even heard of that. I don't even know what that is.
It's an RPG.
Oh, okay.
It was on console. It came out for consoles too. But it's out for cheap on Steam. I was like, oh, why not? It was like $6.
Oh, okay. I think the other game is that. It's like that 8-bit Grand Theft Auto type of thing. Yeah, I've always wanted to play it, but I never got a chance to play that.
Retro City Rampage.
Yeah.
It was $1.
$1?
99 cents.
Is it still $1?
I'll tell you right now.
Because if it is, I will buy that tonight.
No, I don't think it's $1 anymore.
Oh, that's a shame.
No, it's not $1 anymore. It went back up to $10.
Oh wow! Oh no, it's not worth it. Well, Steam does have that gift game feature. You could go ahead and send it to me.
I already redeemed it, so.
Well, you could give me your Steam name and password, and I could just download it, log into your account, and then use it, and then get off on it. Anyway. Well, that's good. At least for me, there hasn't really been any new games.
Yeah, the games has been pretty slacking as of lately. Nothing really good has been coming out.
Not only that, but all of the games I've bought recently, I kind of took a break and haven't been playing anything.
Besides Street Fighter.
Yeah, Street Fighter, but I don't even. At this point, I don't even know if I consider that like a game. Like, I don't even know if I consider playing it like for fun anymore. Sometimes I do, but
it's too serious.
This is way too serious.
That's a serious game. We play for keeps in that game.
Yeah. So today, actually, I got on and it was pretty bad. I was playing really horrible and I just turned it off after like 3 losses. I was like, all right, I can't do this right now. And I just rage quit. But yeah.
Oh, I also picked up that Disney game.
Yeah.
The Disney Magical World.
So I have a friend who has that game, right?
Uh-huh.
She bought it with the I think I mentioned this before. She bought it with the
Disney 3DS.
Yeah, the Disney 3DS.
Yeah, I've mentioned it.
And but I finally got a review from her of it.
Of the game?
Yeah. She has played. I asked her. I was like, "This just looks like a Disney version of what is it called? Of Animal Crossing." Yeah, and she does have Animal Crossing, so she's familiar with the game. And I asked her, and she was like, "Well," she's like, "Yeah, it's pretty similar, but according to her, this is so much better." Blah blah blah. It sounds like it's easier to get money and it's easier to like do things in the game compared to Animal Crossing.
Well, the game is geared more to kids.
Yeah.
So.
But to be honest, I mean, I never thought that Animal Crossing was like hard to play. But I guess in her terms, she said that Animal Crossing was tough to gain money. And I was like, I don't know. It was pretty easy for me.
I don't know. I gave up on Animal Crossing after I don't know, trying to play it for a while.
Yeah, it's a good game, but I guess it wasn't your type.
Yeah, or maybe it was just too slow.
Yeah, it takes a little while, but once it starts up, it's very fun. But anyway, before we go on another tangent, what we were gonna talk about today.
Tangent. I just think of Seth, my nemesis.
Oh no, you got the words mixed up. That's tandem.
Oh.
Tangent is different.
Okay, well, he still comes to my mind.
When I think of tangent, you know what I think of?
What?
I think of when I was in calculus.
Oh my god.
Because they had to teach us tangents, stupid lines, or all that crap that I never paid attention to. So I always think of that. But anyway, so what I wanted to ask you for today was, we're both gamers. We're both. I would say you're more of a collector than I am, but I consider myself. I don't know if I consider myself a collector. I think I consider myself more of like a hobbyist type of, I don't know.
No, you're more of a collector of specific items.
Yeah, rather than just the whole everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, so since we're both into that, I think we're pretty much the same age, but I think I'm a little bit older. But
yeah.
How did you what was your first console, or how did you get into? I wanted to talk about how you first got into gaming and stuff like that.
So my first console that I personally owned was a handheld. It was my mom bought me a Game Boy, the OG one.
The original? Okay.
Yeah, but before I had the Game Boy, I saw my brothers playing the NES, and then remember my mom playing the Atari 2600. She used to play Pac-Man all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as mine, the Game Boy was with a business. That's where it all started.
That's where it all began.
That's what, yeah.
Do you remember? Did you get it brand new, fresh?
Yeah.
So do you remember that memory of you opening the box and taking it out and all that, or no?
No, I don't remember doing all that. I think my mom took it out. It was a Christmas gift, I think, or a birthday. It was one of the special occasions. When I got it, I was 5 years old.
Oh, okay. So you still needed help getting it out of the box.
Well, apparently, I don't know what happened.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see. You have older brothers, and I don't think you have sisters, correct?
No, no sisters and 2 older brothers. I'm the youngest.
Yeah. So see, we might have a similar experience. Me being the youngest as well. For me, we did have Atari 2600, but I really don't remember ever. Not. I don't want to say ever playing it, but I do remember playing it, but not anywhere near to say that that's where I started it.
Yeah, I remember playing the Atari 2600, but way after the fact. It was after I got my Game Boy. That's when I started. And then we found it in the garage, and we hooked it up and we played something. I think it was Pac-Man.
Yeah, I think everybody had Pac-Man.
Yeah.
It was just you must have, but for me, like I said, I remember we also had Pac-Man, but when I was younger, I barely played it until I got my first thing ever was the NES. That was just that's where I poured countless hours of amazing entertainment.
And frustration?
Actually, I didn't get frustrated when I was a kid. I had so much fun. I don't remember ever being mad at the game. The only thing I remember hating with a passion. Of course, everybody who doesn't know Mario, but on Super Mario Brothers for the NES, for some strange reason, it was uncontrollable anger every time I made it to the water level. I hated the water level so much. I would just, as soon as I would hear the music and fall into it, oh my god, I would just get so angry. I don't know why I hated it. I think it was a stupid jellyfish or something. I don't know.
The Swift Rage.
Yeah, man, I used to get so mad, but that was my first console.
So yeah, all right. So what is your first handheld?
My first handheld was not a Game Boy. Although my mom used to cut hair, right? That's her profession. She's a hairstylist. So back in the day, she had like a little side gig going where she had people come over to the house and she'd do their hair at the house. And at the time, my mom had a bunch of like really rich friends that would come and do their hair, right? They were like wealthy people. And I mean, we weren't wealthy, so a lot of times the ladies would come over and they'd bring their sons. And a lot of times those little assholes would come over. They would come over and they'd be playing their fucking Game Boys. And I'd be so jealous. I'd be like, damn it, I want to play that. And then, I couldn't say anything because I was taught to just be polite. Yeah. But I mean, since I was a kid, I'm sure the moms. I mean, it's probably pretty obvious when a kid wants to play. So sometimes they'd be like, oh, let him play, right? Yeah. And the other kids would give you the dirtiest looks.
Yeah, like you motherfucker.
Yeah, seriously. So then I remember, I never forget this one time that this kid came over. And he had a Game Boy, and he had Mario Brothers. What is the official name for the game? Is it just Super Mario Brothers as well?
Just Super Mario.
Okay. Well, he had Super Mario, and I looked at it, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is the best thing ever!" And he let me play, right? And I was like, "Oh," like I didn't want to let go of it. This asshole probably let me play for like 10 seconds, and then he took it back. I was like, you son of a bitch. And I will never forget that day because I was like happy as fuck. I was like cracking them blocks, getting coins. I think I just made like one. I jumped on top of one pipe and then it was over. I was like, no,
you gotta take it away from me.
Let me get more. So after that, I never asked for one though. Because I knew that I wasn't going to get it.
Yeah.
And then eventually, my older brother, he told me, I don't remember, because he lived far away. He didn't live with us anymore. Because he moved out when he was like at 17. He moved out when he was young. So he wasn't there, but I remember I think he told my mom or he told somebody, but I found out that he was going to send me a video game. And I was like, oh my God, like, what is it, right?
Yeah.
And at the time, I guess he bought me, it was brand new at the time, he bought me a Game Gear. And he sent it to me.
That's the perks of having older brothers.
Yeah. He sent it to me through the mail. So when we got it, it came in this badass little case with a zipper and everything. And inside of the case, it had the big ass magnifier. And it had like all kinds of accessories and all these games. I had X-Men and I had like F Fighter plane and like Batman and all kinds of shit. And and it had Sonic 2. And the thing that I remember the most, this is how fucked up it was, right? I was so mad. So we got the game. They came in the mail. They take it out. My older sister decides she's gonna play with it. So it's my game, okay? So she plays with it. She plays with it for the longest fucking time. When she's done, oh, guess what? My other older sister, which is younger than her,
now
wants to play it. So she plays it for a long ass fucking time, while stupid me just stands there, fucking anxiously waiting for my turn. And then when she's done playing, what happens? My mom had the stupidest ideas when we were younger that. I mean, at one point I thought it was just, I thought she really believed this, but then I thought maybe she just said that to make us stop playing video games. But then later on in years, maybe she did believe it. But anyways, she used to tell us that we can't play anymore because the game system's going to get overheated and it's going to burn up. So
the shit parents say to us.
Seriously, man. And she was like, oh, it's so hot already. She's like, no, turn it off so it could cool down. You can play tomorrow. So I did not get to play my fucking game when I got it. Oh my god! I could still remember like all of us around each other while they're playing it.
Like a little kid, you can't really say nothing. You just watched them.
Yeah, it was so stupid, man. So that was my first portable console. But I think the next day I ended up playing it like nonstop.
Yeah, my first portable console was a Game Boy. My first like home console was a Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis. Oh my god.
Really? That was your first home console?
Yeah, that was mine. We had an NES, but it wasn't mine.
Oh, okay. Since in my family there's two boys and 2 girls, you know, but I'm the youngest. My brother is the oldest.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a pretty big age gap.
Yeah.
So he wasn't like really into stuff, you know. So like for the video game part, like I didn't have to share with anybody. So everything was mine after that. But after the NES, my brother had my dad had bought him a computer. We had a computer. It was called a Tandy something. I don't even know the model number, but it took those big ass floppy disks, like those.
What was it? The 7-inch ones? Or
yeah, those huge ones.
Yeah.
And I remember I used to play Paperboy on it, and and I would always lose because I don't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I remember watching my brother. He used to play Prince of Persia on it. I don't know if you've ever seen the original Prince of Persia.
No, I probably have, but
yeah, it's like a platformer / kind of like a pitfall type of thing, like where you could die easily if you make a wrong jump.
Yeah, okay, I've seen it.
We would play that. Well, he would play that. I would try to play it, and I would always lose. And then we also had King's Quest and Police Quest. I don't know if you've heard of those games before.
No, I never.
But they were command line games where you have to type in what you want the character to do.
Yeah.
Those were pretty fun, but after that,
like that game from the movie Big.
Big. I don't even think I've seen that movie.
The one with what's his name? I forgot his name. But yeah, the beginning of the movie, whatever, he has to do command lines to get the game going, and it goes on from there. But yeah, anyways.
Yeah. So later on, when I was a little bit older, Mr. Santa Claus bought me my beloved Super Nintendo. And let me tell you,
I never owned a Super Nintendo until 2 years ago.
I feel so bad for you. Because I played the shit out of my Nintendo, right?
I played the shit out of my Genesis.
But when my Super Nintendo came, oh my god, it was like another world. I probably beat Mario World like at least 100 times. Because that's all I had. But man, did I love that game. It's not bad though. When you're little, I mean, that's the only game I had. But luckily that game had like a shit ton of levels.
Yeah.
So I just play it over and over.
Yeah, with Sega Genesis back when I was little, like when I got it, it was bundled with a game. It was bundled with a football game, and I used to play that shit all the time until I got a new game, and then we got a Sonic, because my brother also had a Sega Genesis, so I got the Sega Genesis. He got the first generation, the big one.
Oh, okay, yeah, I had the second gen.
And then his came with the Sonic. So when I got mine, because he would never let me play it, so that's when my parents got me my own.
The beautiful relationship of older brothers and little.
Yes.
You can't touch this.
You can't touch this, and if you want to watch, you gotta go sit in the corner and watch. So I was like, damn.
You're like, okay.
Yeah, because I got to. I was, yes, I'm in.
Yeah, I get to watch. Oh yeah.
And then that's when my parents bought me my own. Then I have the second generation.
Mm-hmm.
And then so I used to, when he goes to school, go in there, sneak attack his Sonic. I used to play it.
Damn.
Like a boss.
I bet you knew all the times he was gonna get home.
Yeah.
You knew it to the T, right? You're like, oh, he's about to get home. Gotta put
the
game back.
Exactly where, the same place where it was.
Exactly the same way it was.
Yeah. If it was crooked, it's gonna go crooked again. Older brother tactics.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, Sega Genesis was was the business. And after I got the Sega Genesis, my next console was the 64.
Damn, you jumped around like weird. When I got my Genesis, I got the second gen as well, and I think my very first game for that system was Muhammad Ali's boxing. I don't know if you've ever played it.
No.
But it was so awesome. Like, you don't understand. It was fucking amazing because I've always liked boxing games. And, I was super into Punch-Out and all that shit. So I got this game. I think I had got it used, actually. And it was Muhammad Ali's boxing. And my favorite part was you would box, right? And in between rounds, this was like breathtaking to me, right? This was a mind-blowing thing. In between rounds, you could actually see like bruises on their face and a little bit of blood, and I thought that was just the coolest shit in the world.
Are you sure it's Muhammad Ali boxing? Are you sure it's not Evander Holyfield boxing?
No, I really want to say it was Muhammad Ali boxing because I remember he was in the cover, so I had to have his name on it.
Okay.
I had to.
Because I think there's another boxing game that was Evander Holyfield, and it was him on the cover. I remember I played that one before, and it had the same type of features.
Maybe I might have to look into that, but I could have sworn it was Muhammad Ali. But yeah, so my mission in that game was
just to body everyone.
No, was just to get the most damage I could get in between rounds, so I could see their face get beat up. And it's funny because I think at one point I figured out that I had already got the max damage you can get, or the max like animations. But I always hoped there was another level of ass beating that I could reach, and I don't think I ever reached it because I think I obviously reached the max.
You're like, oh man, come on, I'm gonna try this again one more time.
Yeah, oh dude, I'd play the shit out of that. And then I got Mortal Kombat 2.
Oh yeah, we had Mortal Kombat 2.
I remember my brother. Well, actually, I don't even think that was mine. I think I went with my brother to buy it for himself.
Yeah, I've done that plenty of times.
Yeah, and then I played it like nonstop.
Like, there's one game that we got was Ninja Turtle Hyperstone Heist for Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you ever played it.
Nope.
It's almost like Turtles in Time, like the same type of gameplay, but the story, each level is a little different. But the game was so godlike. But my brother decided to trade it with one of his friends.
For what?
So Streets of Rage. That's how I got introduced to Streets of Rage 2. Because my brother.
So that's when you finally decided to. That's when you found out about Streets of Rage and fell in love.
Yeah, that's what started off this whole Streets of Rage thing.
Oh man.
But yeah, the Ninja Turtle game, like I kind of regret him like getting rid of it because the game is so godlike and it's so expensive nowadays.
Oh really? How much is it? How much is it going for now?
It depends. Like completing boxes, you can find it like around $50-$60. That's kind of expensive.
Yeah, that's pretty expensive. I mean, for what it is, that's cool. But I did what is it called? What was I gonna say? Jeez. You have to excuse my brain. It's under the influence of it's under the influence of podcast juice. I like to call it podcast juice.
Damn.
And this podcast juice is very very crisp and distracting.
Crispy with apple flavors.
Yes, very very apple-y. Is that even a word?
Yeah, apple-y.
Is it a word?
I don't think so.
Very very apple-ish. But anyway, yeah. So then from there, at least for myself, I want to consider it my next system, even though it was my brother's. But I played it a lot more than he ever did. But it was a Sega Saturn.
I never had a Sega Saturn.
And I thought it was a badass because like my brother bought it, right? Mm-hmm. And that's when I first played Rayman, and I thought it was like the most amazing shit ever. And he also had this game called something Nights. I don't know if you remember it. or at least you didn't have the system, but you probably remember seeing it. These stupid like you know what a jester is, right? Like those in the in medieval times or whatever they're called. I think they're called like jester. Yeah. Well, it was like those kind of people that would just float around and get rings or get fucking coins or something. But at the time it was like so advanced. I remember I was like, whoa, I could just go wherever it's like 3D World. And I thought it was like the coolest shit ever. And we also had a soccer game. And a lot of times my brother it's funny how I think because it was new, he was taking it a lot of places. Like my brother was at the time when that came out, I think my brother was like maybe 19, 20. So I was like 8 or 9. So I remember he would take it a lot. He would take it to his friend's house a lot, and I would go with him. And then it would go like to a party or something. I'd go with him, and he would take it so I could play. And then I used to think I was such a badass because there was always other kids around that were my age, but I was the one that was designated
to that console.
I was a designated disc changer. Or game. I had the most important role of being able to swap out games and turn the system on and off, and nobody else could touch it. Oh, do you know how much power that was for an 8-year-old?
That's a lot of power. Well, next game. Open.
Yeah, and then
pop it in.
I'd be like, all right, we're gonna play another one, and then you guys, everybody, like all the kids knew that nobody could touch that shit but me. And everybody follows the rules because they're like, oh shit, okay.
And big boss right here.
Oh man, that was awesome. But we didn't end up getting too many games for that.
Well, I mean, there wasn't very many games for that in general.
I don't even remember. Yeah, probably not. Whoops, sorry.
So after Sega Genesis, I went all the way to 64. But the funny thing is, like, from all the consoles until Xbox, the original Xbox, like, my parents would buy me my own because my brothers never shared. They didn't like to share with me.
Oh, damn. It was that rough?
Yeah. So.
That must have sucked for you.
Yeah. My brothers will have a 64. I mean, I'll probably play it, like, very rarely for, like, an hour or so. So then, like, Christmas, I'll get my own 64. Like, yeah, bitch, fuck you, got my own. Then the same thing with the PlayStation 1, the original PlayStation.
Yeah.
The same thing. My brothers had one, and then I think my birthday, my dad got me one. I was like, yeah, I don't need yours no more.
And it's funny because you probably thought you were a badass, but they probably didn't give a shit because they've already had theirs for so long.
Exactly.
Shut up. Shut up. Get out of here.
Yeah. I don't care.
Shut up, Gary. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, pretty much. And then Christmas in 2000, my dad bought us two. He bought 2 PlayStation 2s, one for me and one for my brother. Like, because we couldn't share. My brothers never wanted to share with me. Punk ass niggas.
You're all crying and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, man, let me play though.
Oh my god, that's horrible.
It's 2-player game. Let me get the other control. Come on, man.
They're all trying to fool you, giving it to you unplugged.
Oh my god, I've done that to my niece so many times before.
Oh yeah, that's a great tactic. Until they're like 3 or 4. They're like, then they realize like, wait a minute.
I'm not stupid.
Yeah, but before that, they don't know what's up.
Yeah. But...
I remember one time I was at KB Toys.
Oh, rest in peace, KB Toys.
Yeah, rest in peace. Moment of silence. So that was an awesome store, man.
I love KB Toys.
But they had a demo unit, PS1, and I remember we were playing Jet Moto. I was playing it, and then the stupid kid comes up, right? And this is at the mall, so I'm standing there playing, having a blast. Stupid kid comes in, grabs the other controller, and he's like,
I have this game in my house.
I was like, oh, no, you didn't. And then I was like, no, you don't. Like an awesome comeback, right?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. He's like, I have it at home.
And I was like, you can't have this. Oh man. But see, to my defense, at the time, I took it very literal, meaning that he had like the whole system, like the whole like contraption that held, you know what I mean, the whole demo unit. I thought he had all of that, and that's why I was like, you can't have that, because I figured that's only for the stores, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's stupid, but I didn't realize that he was talking about the console. So anyway, we argued for like 5 minutes about him about him actually not having it at his house and him having it.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, but at the time, I had traded in all of my shit to get my 64, and I remember there was like a myth not a myth, but there was like these rumors, fifth grader rumors, okay?
Oh, fifth grade rumors.
That I remember only one of my friends had it, and at that time, I mean, it wasn't a friend that like I would normally visit. It wasn't like a neighbor or anything. It was just a friend from class. And he was like, "Yeah, guys," he was like, "I got a 64," and he had a Cruising USA. So damn, that just instantly made him cool.
Yeah.
You know. And then he was just like, he's like, "But you know what?" He's like, the new 64, he's like, you can't play it unless you have a VCR. And I was like, what? I was like, really? He's like, yeah, you need a VCR or else you can't play it.
Oh
and I was like, that's dumb. I was like, why do you need a VCR? All the other ones you never needed a VCR.
Oh my.
And I guess it's dumbass. I mean, these are all stories later on I remember, and I'm like, maybe they just had a pass through on the, you know, they had it on a pass through, so you know they probably hooked it up through there or something. But,
and he probably thought.
Yeah, but when you're in 5th grade, you believe that shit. Like I remember being angry, like, why do you need a VCR? That's stupid. And I was so mad because I was gonna, like, I wanted to get one. That was before I had it, so I wanted to get it, and I was like, man, I have to get a VCR too. Oh man, so stupid.
The Swift Rages.
Yep, but I love my 64 as well. That was great.
Oh man, when I played the 64 for the first time, it was my brother's at the time, and he had a Star Wars Empire Strikes Back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that game was so godlike. I was like, these graphics, oh my god, so amazing.
Yeah, those days everything was about the graphics. Every new system. But see, the thing is, that's funny how, that if you think about it, back in the days there was huge advancements each new console.
Yeah,
like it was very noticeable. Now it's not.
It's barely.
Like you could notice little things, but it's not even to the point where it will make you go like, oh my god, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not very.
I think those days are over. Seriously.
Nah, yeah.
I mean,
it's like the gaming technology as far as graphics is going so far, and it's like it's gonna hit its, you know, its point to the point you can't really make it any look better and look any better.
Yeah, I know, but I remember before I got my 64, I had like I said, I traded my Super Nintendo and everything, right? And this lady had to order it because she didn't have any. She's like, I'm gonna order it and I'll get it for you next week. And back in those days, I mean, there was no internet. You can just buy it online. If they didn't have it at a store, this lady had a hookup, so she had to get it, but you had to wait a whole fucking week. So anyway, she gives me Mario 64. She said, well, here's the game, you know, because she was like, I'll give you a game with it because I traded in so much shit.
Mm-hmm.
So she gave me Mario 64, and I think I've told you this story before, but for that whole week, oh my god, that was like the longest week of my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
What I did. This is now, what am I? I'm a 10. I think I'm a 10-year-old at this point. 10 or 11. I don't remember. Somewhere around there. But I had like a dresser in my room, you know, with all my, you know, dresser. And it was pretty high, pretty tall. So I remember I would set the game down on, like, I would stand the game up and I'd put it, and I'd stare at that thing. And I'd just imagine, like, I could just imagine my 64 there, and I would, like, pretend play it. Oh my god, I would so pretend play my 64.
No, you never told me about this.
Oh no? Okay.
No.
Well, yeah, I would just stare at it, and I would seriously like close my eyes, or not. I don't know if I would close my eyes, but well, you know, when you're a kid, your imagination's fucking crazy.
Yes.
Like it's like on another level.
It's beyond like another level.
So I could easily imagine my 64 like just chilling there, and I would just pretend like oh man, like I could replay it, and
No.
and I'd make all these scenarios in my head. Oh, it was a tough week. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I remember I got my 64, and then like as years gone by, I started seeing all these transparent colored 64s come out. I was so jealous. You know, they came out the green one, then it came out the atomic purple one.
Yeah, I remember the one I remember the most was the purple one because that one was very popular.
Yeah.
But I never. I don't remember ever wanting them because I already had my 64, but I don't think I owned my 64 that long because then I realized that PlayStation was way better. And
I had got both, so, and I still have them. So I still have my stuff. It's still my original 64. However, I don't know where my expansion pack is.
that's
And you need an expansion pack to play Donkey Kong, and then some other games.
yeah.
There's only
Perfect
is
Zero
it-
or Perfect Dark, whatever it's called.
Yeah, Perfect Dark.
Isn't there some other one that has, or is it Perfect Dark Zero, or what is it?
Perfect Dark Zero is for Xbox 360. Those are the launch game for 360.
Okay, then that's what I'm thinking of. But yeah, I traded that into my 64, and I ended up getting my PlayStation as soon as they released the DualShock version. That's when I got it. Because I know I know the original one. I still remember going to Kmart and they had a wall just stacked of PS1s, and there was like an orange and white box. I don't know if you remember. And then
White box.
yeah, white with orange, wasn't it? It had orange in it. I know it had orange.
That's a Dreamcast box.
No, I could almost bet money that it had orange in it.
I don't remember. I don't think it did.
I'll look it up and I'll prove you wrong. My memory should be very good because I ever wanted it. But anyway, like I ended up getting it right, like literally as soon as they released the DualShock version. That's when I got my first PlayStation because my box was all metallic. Well, you know that fake metal print that they had on it.
Yeah, when I got my PlayStation 1, it was a DualShock. It came with a DualShock 2.
Yeah, and I remember that blew my mind. I thought that was the coolest shit ever too.
Oh, analogs, yeah.
No, I was more shocked over the rumble feature because in my 64 I had to stick this big ass pack.
Yeah, the rumble pack.
Yeah, and then I had to find batteries for that shit.
AAA batteries.
Yeah, and if it ran out of batteries, then you don't get no rumble.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Yeah.
I still got my rumble pack.
I still have mine too.
You know what was the most godlike thing ever with the 64? Was Pokemon Stadium. They came with the attachment for the bottom where I could play my Pokemon Blue version on
yes.
TV.
Yes, I had that too. That was so fucking awesome.
It was amazing.
And I lost all that stuff. Well, I traded it like an idiot.
I still got mine.
But yeah, so man, memories, good memories.
Oh yeah.
So I remember. I don't remember what my first game for PS1 was though.
As far as like first games for consoles, that's kind of hard unless it came with the console.
Yeah.
Like my first PS1 game that was mine was probably Need for Speed.
High Stakes?
No, Need for Speed Hot Pursuit.
Oh, I used to love High Stakes because you could turn on the blink.
Yes. High Stakes was got like. We eventually got that too. I still have my copy, and yeah, the blinker thing was just got like.
I think actually, out of all my systems, I don't know how, but for some reason, my PlayStation was the one that I ended up getting the most games for. I don't know how it happened, but
because the PlayStation games dropped pretty fast, so it was cheaper.
They were $40. I remember.
That and then I used to go to what store was it? I forgot the name of it. It was some record store, but they used to have PlayStation 1 games for $20.
Oh damn! Deal right there.
And then PlayStation 1 is back when I got Resident Evil, and that's when all that started.
Your stupid obsession with Resident Evil.
It's not stupid.
How many Resident Evil games do you own?
A lot. Over 40.
Oh my god. You have a problem.
No. A lot of them was since the beginning.
Oh.
I keep all my copies of games.
Yeah, but I know you've bought a lot.
I have, yeah.
Like after the fact.
Yeah.
I don't even have anything like that. Like I don't have. I was never. I mean, I've been fan of games, you know, or series and stuff, but I've never been such a fan to where like I have to have every copy of one series.
Well, I mean, Resident Evil series have some bad games in the series, right? But I mean, like I've gotten so far with collecting them, I might as well try to collect.
Well,
the whole
yeah, I know.
North America one.
Yeah, because it's a collection of it. That's what I'm saying. Because you like that game so much or that series.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I've never been into something like a series that deep.
Street Fighter.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Street Fighters.
There's way too many. But I do want to get like a lot of the older ones. I even bought those. I think I showed you I bought Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo on floppy disks.
Yeah, you showed me that. Complete in box, right?
Nah, unfortunately they were just loose.
I thought it was in box.
I wish. But I do want to get the CD version, but it's like $20. I don't want to buy it. Because it's just like money that you're gonna spend just so it could go on a shelf. Pretty much.
Do you want to go there?
Hmm?
Do you want me to bring up something?
What? Go ahead.
them 3DSs.
Okay. What about them?
You just bought them to go on a show.
Yeah, but I mean that's hardware. We're talking about game series. Totally different. Totally different thing. Okay. It's like you're not comparing apples to apples. Shout outs to Angry Orchard. But but I would like to. I mean, it must be cool to have like a lot of, you know, the same thing. Not the same thing, but same series or whatever. Collecting's fun. I really enjoy it.
It is, but it's just an expensive hobby. Really expensive.
Very expensive. I mean, if you're patient enough, you could actually get very good deals.
That's true.
But the problem is that with collectors, they're always searching for something, right? So it's like they don't really wait, because you're always looking for something, and since you want it so bad, you might find like a good price at the time compared to all the other sales or whatever,
and you'll bite.
And you'll buy it, yeah, but it doesn't mean that was the best deal ever. Rather than, in other words, letting it come to you somehow, just randomly popped up one day, and then you get it, you know?
Yeah.
And I think people that do that save a lot of money in the long run.
Not only that, a lot of people that go to flea markets, swap meets, stuff like that, places like that, they find a lot of deals too, especially the Goodwill, like in thrift stores. I've been finding like a lot of people I follow on Instagram, like there's some people that be finding like godlike stuff for like dirt cheap.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god.
I found some controllers once, but yeah, you know.
So on to the next topic.
So one more thing that I wanted to talk about is something that I've tried in the past. I don't want to say I failed at, because I just didn't. I didn't fail at it, because I actually did. I followed up with it, but I didn't pursue it, and that is doing vlogs. Okay.
Them vlogs.
So I am a person who I really love like making videos. Okay. Now my skill level in making videos is not all that great. I have basic editing skills, just editing clips, music, whatever, just very basic. But I feel like that's enough to make. That's enough knowledge to make a good video, right?
Yeah.
But so I'm always trying to find things to do, and at one point I tried doing a vlog. Now, at the time, I would say this was like 2-3 years ago, and at that time I was watching a lot of vlogs online on YouTube.
I watch a lot of vlogs too. Well, it's more of one specific couple, which is Jesse and Gina. I'm pretty sure you watched them too.
Yeah. at that time, all the vlogs it was like a standard to have a 20 to 30 minute vlog.
It's long.
Yeah. So now I came to the realization later on that a lot of the people that were doing those kinds of vlogs were people that they were getting paid through YouTube because they had a large fan base.
Oh, so longer the video.
So, well, no, like they had such a large fan base that they could live off of the views, right? Or at least like they had more time. Now me being a broke person with a full-time job, it was very tough to get a 20-minute vlog without it being like just one continuous shot of fucking something super boring. So I think I tried it, and I mean there was just nothing, going on. So I don't think I ever uploaded it, but I did record a few segments, if you want to call it. So now, fast forward a few years, and now the average is like 10 minutes and under. Mm-hmm. It's dropped down a lot. And I think between the 5 and 10 minute mark is a really good. I think that's a good number to have a vlog.
It is, but then it also depends on how often you do them.
Yeah, of course. Now, my goal was, or I'm still a little iffy about it, but my new idea is that maybe I should set a goal to record at least a 5-minute vlog daily.
Well,
and I think that's possible.
That's very possible. 5 minutes is not that long.
I mean, yeah, it's not that long, but I mean, when you got to think of it, when there's nothing, when you're not doing anything, when you know what I mean, like.
I mean, that's what should get you up.
Yeah.
And go find something to do.
Yeah, exactly. But sometimes if you're not gonna be doing anything, I mean, there is days like that.
Yeah.
5 minutes is an incredible amount of time to just think of a 30-second clip, okay?
Or I mean, like sometimes you like say, it's one of those slow days you have nothing to do. You could record yourself play one match of Street Fighter and get salty, and then that's a lot of content, and you'd be like.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna want to sit there and watch a full video of Street Fighter.
I didn't say full video. I said one match.
Yeah.
Which is about 3 minutes.
Still, I don't think people would want to see that.
If you're salty and it's entertaining, people are gonna watch it.
Yeah, but the thing is that, like what I was saying is like, think of a 30-second clip, okay? Think about getting a burrito or a taco. And then
what the fuck?
It's gonna make sense.
Why are you talking about food?
Just listen.
Make me hungry.
Because I'm hungry, but just listen to me, okay? So think about you get a burrito, a taco, something small, and you go to.
Hold on. Is that burrito a California burrito?
No, it's not, because that's gonna take longer than my explanation. Fine, it's a California burrito, but it's the last part of it.
Okay.
It's been cut to the edge.
Okay.
So you want to heat it up for 30 seconds, okay?
Uh-huh.
So you go to your microwave, you put 30 seconds on that bitch, and you hit
That's
start.
a long 30
so
seconds.
if you stand there for 30 seconds, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you're fucking standing there waiting, that is an eternity, okay? So now that was just 30 seconds. So think of when you make a little clip of something, it's like a 5-second, 10-second clip max, like, right? That you little clip of something you talking about whatever. That's only 10 seconds out of 5 minutes. That's nothing. So 5 minutes is pretty tough, I think.
It's doable.
It should be, yeah. But anyway, that's my new. I kind of want to get back into it, and I'm just afraid that, like, there's not a lot of times there might not be anything to talk about, or.
Well, I mean, we have a huge event coming up that could be very useful to a vlog.
Which is what?
Evo.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's not gonna do nothing for a daily vlog. That's
4 days of lots of.
Yeah. But you're talking 2-3 months in advance. In 2 months, that's already 60 days that would be 60 vlogs in before I get those 4 days of content.
I mean, it also talks about. I mean, we're talking. When are you gonna start?
I actually wanted to start tomorrow. To be honest, I started already. I started today just to test it out because I just wanted. After this podcast, I'm gonna play around with the videos that I did. I'm gonna edit them. And here's my thought of how I want to do it. Okay. Now, you might think it's very stupid, as everything that most of my ideas come off as stupid ideas, but I think I think this would work. Now, just listen to me, hear me out.
For sure.
Now, I know, as you being one of my fellow moderators in my streaming channel, my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Branbert,
twitch.tv/Branbert01,
secondary channel. That I know you remember at one point when it was like a whole month I started streaming, and my camera was I put my camera to black and white, right?
Yeah.
And it looked really cool. I think it looked really fucking cool.
I thought it was pretty dope too.
And a lot of people liked it because it was different, right? So I'm basing what am I gonna say?
Damn.
Stupid podcast juice. So based on that fact, I think I know where I think you know where I'm going with this, right? Can you get it? Can you get an idea?
It's kind of up in the air, the idea.
Well, take a guess.
Is that, do you want to do your vlogs in black and white?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So here's my idea, okay? Now, I watch a lot of vlogs, but nobody's doing that right now. Nobody's doing a black and white vlog. And what I want to do is I want to record in black and white, but when I edit the videos, I want to give it that film movie look. Even though if it's going to be boring content maybe, but at least it'll look cool, right?
Yeah. So
I want to do that, and I want to title it Albert's Colorless Vlogs. No, not vlogs. Colorless Life or something like that. But
that sounds depressing. The fuck?
It does? I wanted to use the word colorless.
Colorless, like when I hear that, like, oh, Albert's colorless life, it makes it sound
yeah. If you add the word life, that's
because you said life though.
Fine, then vlog.
Okay.
Does that sound depressing?
No.
Albert's colorless vlog. No, that kind of sounds like generic as fuck.
It does sound pretty generic, but colorless life sounds.
Yeah, no, depressing. That does sound super depressing. But what do you think is a good title, based on the fact that it's gonna be no color?
You're asking the wrong person. I'm the horrible person to come to when you want to go make up names for titles or something. Like, you want to know how I title my streams? I look at the back of the box of the game I'm playing and take something from it. to be for reals.
Wait, how do you mean how do you title your stream by the back of the box? I don't get it.
Or like the description of the game. Like
you don't put a description in your stream.
Not a description, but I mean like the title of my, like when I'm streaming. You know how sometimes when you put your title for streams, you like, oh, I'm bored, come chat.
Mine's always come chat.
Oh, yeah.
Or I'm just hanging out.
Yeah, my my Hotline Miami one was let me say, it's PC / going on a murderous rampage against the shady underworld.
Oh, because that's what the back of the case said.
Well, I mean, there's no case for that game, but it was a part of the description.
Oh, rewind. That's what the back of the description said, and the back of the website that you read it.
Yeah, in the back.
Okay, so now here I am holding my copy of Skate for my Xbox 360. If I wanted to stream this, right, I would put Skate, and then I would put a dash.
Xbox 360. Then another dash.
I would avoid the Xbox 360 part.
Because a lot of people always comes in the fucking streams and ask. It's so annoying. I'm pretty sure it gets annoying.
Okay, fine. Xbox 360 Skate / dash, whatever you want to call it. Either one would work. Now, the back of my case says, your lines, your style, flick a control, true feel of skating, create your own skate, blah, 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 blah. There's not too much to go off of. So in this case, I would say, flicking it, to the limit.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Or I would call it. This is if I was you, based on your strategy. Flickster tricks. I don't know. I give up. But
No, I mean, I like read the whole description and I'll get something that sounds, pretty legit.
oh, okay.
And if nothing sounds legit, then I'm screwed.
Kick flicks. Oh, flick pick. Fuck.
Oh my god.
Flick flips. There you go. Flick flips. Oh,
Flick flips.
busting
all
out
day.
some flick flips. That's a hard word to say.
Say that shit 3 times.
Flick flips.
Flick flips. Flick flips. Flick flips.
I got this. Flick flip. Shut up. I got this. Flick flips. Flick flips. Syphilis? Oh shit. Damn. Now I want to stream this game and name it Flick Flips. That's a very.
Flick flips.
You can't say it.
Flick flips. Flick flips. Flick flips.
Fips.
Flips.
Hey, that's a good tongue twister. I'm gonna submit that to tonguetwister.com.
Is that really a website?
I don't know. Probably I just made it up.
Wow.
So, going back to the vlog topic, do you think that's a good idea? What do you? I need unbiased opinions, and I mean I know it's a little bit harder to give an opinion when you haven't seen anything, but just the theory concept of it.
Sounds pretty legit. I'd say give it a shot, but just try to be entertaining.
But okay, so
So like, all right. So my question is like, so are you gonna go like straight up vlog style, like anywhere you go, you're gonna plug your camera, like no shame?
I want to do that, but I don't know if my embarrass meters would rise if like I can't see myself going to.
Like, say you go to the grocery store or something.
Yeah, like let's say I go to Walmart or something, and then I'm outside walking like a retard with my arms sticking out, recording myself. Oh, so I just came out of Walmart right now, and there's some great deals. You know what I mean? Like, if people look at me, I know myself, and obviously I'd be like, fuck, I'm embarrassed. Like, but maybe because I'm just starting. Because people that vlog, they don't give a shit who's watching.
Seriously, like Jesse and Gina, they give zero fucks.
It doesn't, because you get so used to it that it doesn't matter.
And they do it every day too.
Yeah, but I think for the most part, I mean nowadays, I want to say I would say a good 80% of people would find it normal. Not normal, but wouldn't see it weird because they know about YouTube and they know that
People do, yeah.
Yeah, I mean there's still a big number of people that would probably be like, what the hell's wrong with this guy? Why is he recording himself, right? But I don't know. That's my new project / kind of whatever I want to do.
Yeah.
I just want to do something different. Because although I love playing games and stuff, like sometimes you do get tired of them, even no matter how many games you have and all that.
That's true.
Sometimes you do like want to do something else. So, excuse me, I have guests. You heard that?
No.
Oh, that was a motorcycle outside, but it sounded funny.
Right.
Yeah, motorcycle. I'm doing air quotes, guys. Motorcycle. So I guess if you guys, I don't even know why we asked this. We always ask for our listeners to comment.
Well, what are you talking about? We got like 20,000 of them.
And nobody comments though.
I know.
I was about to say, because I know I'm gonna record it, or I have something recorded, and I know I'm gonna edit it. But most likely, yeah, I don't know. I might cringe too much at myself, so I might not upload it. But I was gonna say if only one person that listened typed like upload it, then I'd probably do it. But I don't know. We
gotta have someone actually listen.
Yeah, but maybe today's random footage that I got is probably not gonna be good enough. So maybe I shouldn't judge it on that. I should wait till tomorrow where I have a full day of recording stuff.
Does this footage involve your experience with Yoshinoya?
No, not 1%. Not even, no, that's too much. And for those of you who are obviously out of the loop, which is pretty much everybody, without going into too much detail, now there is this guy that we like to watch that reviews food. But this guy is very cringeworthy in the way he reviews. He's pretty annoying.
Very entertaining.
Very entertaining for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
So we watch it and we laugh, all right? So today, I went to get some lunch. And I ended up buying, I don't know if for all of our international listeners, I don't know if you guys have a Yoshinoya, but I went to Yoshinoya. And now,
I think Yoshinoya is a West Coast thing, to be honest. I'm
know.
not sure.
But I've been to Yoshinoya, maybe. This is probably like, and this is 1,000,000% not exaggerating. This is probably my third time in my life going to Yoshinoya.
Really? I used to go to Yoshinoya all the time because when we lived in LA, there was like a Yoshinoya like everywhere.
So I ordered some food, and just spur of the moment thing, I decided to make a parody video, pretty much try to be as identical as I could to the guy that we make fun of and laugh at. And
It was godlike.
I sent it to him. I sent it to Mr. Gary, and he had a good laugh. But that footage will definitely not make it anywhere other than. And you better not upload it anywhere. You better delete it. Because if it is,
I gotta save it when I want to blackmail you.
well, that's okay. I have footage for you too on you.
Oh shit.
So, an eye for an eye. But
apple for apple.
yeah. So yeah, that's my current projects, current ideas, current events in my life.
That was hilarious. And just to let you guys know. So just based off that little parody you did, you get some good vlogs coming, I'll say. Some good entertainment on the way.
Now, should I just go for it and record off of my phone? I mean, the quality was
no, do not do that, please.
I didn't even think about that, dude. What are you talking about? That was I don't know what you heard. That was my neighbor talking. He heard me saying I want to do a vlog, so he wants to do a vlog now. Those neighbors that want to copy everything. Them pesky neighbors. But,
son of a biscuit eating bulldogs.
oh, and you did not just. Oh my god, how do I ban you from this? But anyway, what about you, man? Is there anything that maybe not that you're doing, but is there any projects or anything like that you've thought about for a while that you want to get into but you just haven't?
Not really.
No?
Not really. No.
Are you just content by just getting home playing video games?
Well, it's not all I do.
Oh, I know that's not all you do. I'm not implying that, but I'm just saying you do that for fun, right? But
yeah.
But I'm saying there's never been anything else that has like caught your that made you curious, like, oh, I wonder I should try this or whatever,
No, not really. I don't really, because I've thought about vlogs a long time ago, but I was like, it's too much work. And I have no video editing skills at all. My editing skills is beyond horrible.
Yeah, but that's how you learn.
Yeah, I thought about doing like more uploads to YouTube, but
yeah,
that takes a lot of time.
And what happened? You completely gave up your YouTube channel. At one point, you were pretty active on it.
Yeah, it's been almost a year since I posted. No, I posted that mic thing about a couple months ago. 6 months now.
Light?
Mic.
Oh yeah, for the PS4.
Yeah. No, I don't know. It takes too much time. Like with streaming, you just it's less time to do anything.
And even then, you don't stream.
I probably stream more than you.
No, I think we're pretty much equal.
No, I think I'm more.
You gotta count my secondary channel.
You only have 3 on the secondary channel.
3 what, videos?
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I've only streamed 3 times.
And when you stream on your secondary channel, it doesn't last that long.
Yeah, because I don't save them. So, and I also had a lot of PS4 streams, which don't like to be saved because PS4 sucks. Shoutouts to PS4 fanboys. But yeah, man, that's what's going on. I guess this is gonna be it. We're gonna call it a wrap, or we're gonna wrap it up.
We'll wrap it up.
We're gonna wrap it up. That's the end of this podcast for today.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody.
Number 4.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed our. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. Hopefully everybody enjoyed our conversation.
Rambling.
Oh God, stop, Gary. Just stop, please. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed our conversation. And be on the lookout for another podcast and for some videos. And please, if you guys want to see more, don't forget to follow us. You could follow us on various places. We got Twitter. My name is at Branbert, Branbert, and Mr. Gary is at
Legendary 323.
And that's Legend Gary.
Gary, yes, not Legendary Gary. Legend Gary.
Yes, and you can also follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brambert, and secondary channels Brambert01, and also you can find Mr. Gary at twitch.tv/
Legendary 323.
There you go.
We play various games and all that good stuff.
Yeah. So if you guys are somewhat entertained by our conversation, go ahead and follow us, and we will be posting on there whenever we get new podcasts or new videos or something. Try to keep it a little bit more, what is it called? More
entertaining?
More in touch with everybody else.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, the more people we get, the more viewers and the more feedback we get, the more we'll do these.
Yeah.
That was a very convincing yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we should just stop already. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But all right, man. So you have yourself a great. Man, look how early it is.
This is almost an hour early than we normally finish.
No. Normally an hour early that we even start.
That is true. Fucking true.
So
shout outs to early starts.
Now I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself with all this extra time. I guess I'll just edit my amazing vlog.
Shout out to Clear Sounds.
Shout out to Clear Sounds provided by mics, microphones.
Provided by
Anyway, this is the stupidest, longest outro there ever was. So
it's godlike.
Have a good night, sir, and I will see you the next time, or I will talk to you in the next episode.
Yes. Till next time.
All right.